Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed few examples related to factor theorem and I told you to do till question number 4. I hope you all have done. If any problem is there, you can ask or you can contact me on my personal window. Today we are doing the factorization of a cubic polynomial. Factorization of cubic polynomial. Example number 15. Now, what do you mean by cubic polynomial? Wherever your degree is 3, wherever your degree is 3, it is cubic polynomial. You can see here maximum power of a polynomial is 3. So it is a cubic polynomial. How will you factorize this cubic polynomial? Whenever you have a cubic polynomial, first and foremost thing which you have to see is that when you take anything common from first two and last two, will the brackets be same? Like I have taken x square common here. Here there are 3 x's, here 2. So what is left? 1x and minus 23. 142 and 120. If you find their HCF, it would be 2 only. So bracket will not be same when I take 2 common. It is 71x minus 60. Now see, the brackets are not same. That means here we cannot take anything common. But for rest other questions, why I have told this, that first step is to take something common from first two and last two, and if something comes out to be common and the bracket inside the bracket, the terms inside the bracket remains same, then easily you can do. But if the polynomial is like this, then what we'll do? First method is that we'll start putting the value and we'll see where we'll get the value of the polynomial 0. So let x equal to 1. Suppose I have put x equal to 1. Then when you put the value 1 in place of x, it will be like this. Solve it. 1 cube is 1 minus 23 plus, here it will be 142 minus 120. Now 1 plus 142, 143, minus 123 minus 120, minus 143. So I have got 0. That means x equal to 1 is satisfying the polynomial given. That means x equal to 1 is a root of this polynomial. Or in other words, if I take this one here, it becomes x minus 1. And x minus 1 will become a factor of the given polynomial, that is px. I am repeating. If the polynomial is given, cubic polynomial, first thing is try to take something common from first two and the last two. If your bracket terms inside the bracket remain same, then you can easily do. But if it doesn't happen, then start putting the values. Put the values from 1. I have put 1. If it doesn't satisfy, then put minus 1, then 2, then minus 2. Wherever you get the answer 0, that means this will become a root. Or if you take this 1 to this side, x minus 1 becomes a factor of px. Now when we get one factor of the polynomial, we have got one factor, that is x minus 1. This factor will be divided by the given polynomial by long division. This long division I have told you in my previous video. I explained. So same way we have to do. So x multiplied by what is x cube? It will be x square. Minus 1 into x square, minus x square. Sign change, and this will be cancelled. Now minus 23x square plus x square, minus 22x square, and rest you will note as it is. Now, with which term will you multiply this x so that you get minus 22x square? Earlier also I told why we do it, because we just have to eliminate this first term. So we are thinking that with which term we will multiply this to get minus 22x square. If you don't understand, then just divide it. You will get minus 22x. So x multiplied by minus 22x is minus 22x square. Then I told you second term will be multiplied with this new term, minus 1 into minus 22 plus 22x. Sign change, sign change, and this will be cancelled. 142 minus 22, 120x, and minus 120 we will note down. Now with which term will you multiply this x so that you get 120x? Now x into 120 is 120x. So we'll just multiply it with 120. Again second term will be multiplied by this. Minus 1 into plus 120, minus 120. Sign change, cancel, and this will also be cancelled. So the whole term is divided and we have got x square minus 22x plus 120. So what is the next step? This is my one factor and this is my another factor. Earlier also I told that whatever the degree is, those many factors or those many roots a polynomial has. So here the degree is 3. That means we should have 3 factors. We have got one factor this and second factor this. But we need how many factors? 3. So what we'll do, we'll just split the middle term of this also and we'll get 2 more factors. So we have got the factors x minus 1 and x square minus 22x plus 120. Now x minus 1 we'll keep writing as it is, and here we'll split the middle term. For splitting the middle term, what did I tell? That first you have to multiply the first term and the last term. 1 into 120 is 120. Think of the tables. 1 into 120, 2 into 60, 3 into 40, 4 into 30, 5 into 24, 6 into 20. In the table of 7 you will not get. 8 into 15. Again in the table of 9 we will not get. Then 10 into 12. Now out of all these pairs, you have to see in which pair we will get 22. So here we cannot get after subtracting or adding 22. Here also, here also, here also. 24 and 5, 29 minus 19. Again from here also we will not get. 20 minus 6, 14, and 20 plus 6, 26. Again 22 is not there. 15 plus 8, 23. 15 minus 8, 7. Again we will not get. 12 plus 10, 22. So here we are getting this pair. So what we will do? X square minus 22 will write as 12 plus 10 into x plus 120. Okay. Then x minus 1 as it is. Open this small bracket. Minus 12 into x, minus 12x, minus into plus, minus 10x, and then plus 120. I am rubbing it now. So again x minus 1 as it is. What is common from these two? X. What is left? X minus 12. What is common from these two? You can take 10 common. So what is left? X. I told you that whenever you take minus sign outside the bracket, sign inside the bracket will automatically change. So it was plus, it becomes minus, and 120 divided by 10 is 12. So you can see the brackets are same. So what we'll do, we'll write once what is there in the brackets, and whatever is left outside that will be kept in the another bracket. So now we have got 3 factors, which is your answer. So this is the question of factorization of a cubic polynomial. Again I am repeating the steps. First step is to start putting the values by hit and trial method. 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, wherever you get the value of a polynomial 0, that becomes the factor. That means if we are taking 1, x minus 1 is a factor. If you are taking the value minus 1, then it will be x plus 1, which is a factor. After that, x minus 1, one factor we get, and this one factor will divide by the polynomial. And then whatever quotient we get, for that quotient we'll split the middle term and we'll get 2 more factors. So this was example number 15. Very important, very, very important, and it comes in 3 or 4 marks. Now there is one more method of doing this question. So I am telling you the second method also. Second method of doing this question. So it is x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. Now how will you do that? First step is to write the first term and the last term as it is. Now this is splitting the middle term only, but here there are two middle terms which are to be split. So what we'll do, we'll have x cube, I'll write x square. Here, because it was 1, constant is 1, so I am taking 1 constant here. This is 120, I am taking 120x. Now if I am taking 120, I have just made the pair of the same numbers. 120, 120, 1, 1. Now if I have to split this 142, I have taken 120. How much are left? 142 minus 120 is 22. That means this 142 can be split as 122x plus 120x. I have split it as this. Here, if I am taking minus 23 I need, so 22 is here. So again I need 22. So 22x square I am taking. Now I had minus 23. So what I have to put the signs? Minus x square and minus 22x square. Then only I will be getting minus 23x square. Now I split the middle term. Common from first two, middle two and the last two. What is common? X square. What is left from here? X, and from here minus 1. What is left from these two? Minus and 22, 1x. What is left now? Simple x. As minus is outside, this sign will change and this will again be 1. What is common from these two? 120. And then what is left? X minus 1. You can see that all the terms inside the bracket are same. So we'll keep it once. X minus 1. And this is left x square minus 22x plus 120. Okay. So here what is avoided? We have not done it with the long division. We have just split the middle term. Now the question becomes same what we had done earlier. So after that you have to just continue whatever we have done in the previous method. Okay, you split the middle term for it and get the 2 more factors. So this was your example number 15. Now you have to try question number 5 of your exercise. I'm just telling what you have to do for all the 4 parts. Question number 5, first part, it is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. I told you whenever cubic polynomial is there, you just have to see from first 2 and last 2 if you can take something common. So x square I can take common. What is left? X minus 2. What is common from these two? Nothing. So we'll just have minus 1 common and it is x. As minus is outside, this sign will change. Now both the brackets are same. So x minus 2 and whatever is outside in another bracket. Now again we have got 2 factors. That means this also is to be further split. You can see this becomes a formula. We can write it as 1 square. So this becomes a square minus b square, which is a minus b, a plus b. We have used the identity a square minus b square is equal to a minus b, a plus b. So this is your answer for question number 1. Similarly for question number 2, you cannot take anything common. So you will do it just we have done example number 15. Third part also nothing can be common. So we can have to do by example number 15 only. Last part it will be like this because common will be taken out. So just question number 5 you have to do today plus example number 15. Try to understand this concept very carefully because it's a very important question. Thank you so much.